So we're in OpenStax Statistics Chapter 7, and we're going to be using the central limit theorem with the soccer match example. So you can always reference the text. If you look in the description of the video, you'll find a link. And you can access my Excel workbook for free. Just go to divideandconquermath.com and go to the OpenStax Statistics section. So we have that the length of time in hours it takes an over 40 group of people to play one soccer match is normally distributed with a mean of 2 hours and a standard deviation of 0.5 hours. A sample size of n equals 50 is drawn randomly from the population. Find the probability that the sample mean is between 1.8 hours and 2.3 hours. Okay, so a couple of things with this. So first of all, we have the data that we've been given. So I've just got the data that is here. So I have a mean, I have a standard deviation, and then I know what my sample sizes are going to be. So it says here my mean is 2 hours, my standard deviation is 0.5, and then I'm taking sample sizes of 50. So notice the language here. We are now being asked to find the probability that a sample mean. So from this sample size of 50, what is the probability that the mean of this sample falls between 1.8 hours and 2.3 hours? So it's the way that this is worded that we know we need to move into the distribution of means. So we're really using the central limit theorem here. So you want to just kind of get used to moving between the data that you have into the distribution of means. And so when you're coming up with your standard deviation in this case, you're going to take the standard deviation from the data that you've been given divided by the square root of whatever your sample sizes are. Okay, so now I can answer probability questions based off of this data. So I am really being asked now to find the probability that x falls between 1.8 and 2.3. So you can draw a picture for this if you want. I guess I will in this case. Okay, so I just want you to appreciate when I have set up my graph. So now I am using means here. So my axis here is technically x bar. So this is centered at not technically this mean because this is data for individual like data points. This is for the distribution of means. So this right here, this 2 is the mean that I'm using. And so then I am trying to find this probability that x falls between 2.3 and 1.8. And so from here, now we can just set up our normal calculations. So we can use norm.dist. So in this case, I can start by finding the area to the left of the 2.3. So I plug in my 2.3. I use this mean, and then I use the standard deviation from my distribution of means. Okay, so I have that calculation, and then I'm going to subtract off norm.dist. So I'm going to subtract off the area to the left of 1.8, and I'll just get the area in between. So we've done this in other examples. So I'm assuming you are okay with that calculation. Okay, so there we go. And so my probability comes out to 0.99765. So as far as like doing these probability calculations, it's very similar to what you've done in the past. It's just now you need to kind of keep in mind that we're moving into this distribution of means that we're working with.